Hello, I'm Mackie, and today I'm going to answer the question, what is coaching? I've been a coach for about 18 years now, coaching both individuals and teams, and it's a question that I'm asked probably on a weekly basis. What is this kind of coaching stuff and how does it work? So I thought it would be a good time to delve into that a little bit. Certainly I'm aware that there are over 1.5 million people on LinkedIn with the word coach in their job title. So in all likelihood, there are many definitions of what a coach might be and what they might do. But certainly if you're an accredited coach like I am, no matter what body you've been trained by, you will broadly agree on what coaching is. So perhaps that's the first thing to find out if you're ever looking for a coach is, are you qualified? What kind of training did you have? And maybe the most important question to ask if you're ever looking for a coach is, do you have a coach yourself? If you're an accredited coach, it is a recommendation, but it's not compulsory to have your own, what we call a supervisor. But essentially, that is someone who coaches us and keeps us honest and keeps us focused on what we might be doing. And certainly, I don't think I would ever consider a coach myself who wasn't prepared to kind of walk the talk and be open to the kind of change and the kind of challenge that coaching can provide. So having said that, let's just clarify what the definition might be. Certainly coaching gets kind of mystified and deified in some way, and it's not really that complicated, I don't think. I think really that coaching, or the skills that coaching entails, is really a really good example of a quality conversation. It's a particular kind of quality conversation because it has some kind of discipline and framework around it. Because the coach is not there to have a chat. It's not a cozy relationship which is about agreement. It's about a sort of equal measure of support and challenge. And the coach themselves needs to bring a real high quality form of attention, form of acceptance, a form of non-judgment to the coaching conversation, so that the person that they're coaching feels able to explore in a really safe environment the kind of things that they want to explore. And so for me, coaching is a combination of being accepting, being non-judgmental, being focused, being caring, being compassionate, being challenging, being trustful, those kind of things, with the sort of doing aspect of coaching. And the doing aspect is obviously providing attention that leads to high quality questions, deep listening, summarizing, and helping the other person generally to make sense of what they want to explore. So if we say that coaching really, this form of coaching, the kind of coaching that I do with both individuals and teams, and the kind of coaching that we encourage and work through on our coaching training programs when we train managers and teams on how to use these coaching skills on an everyday basis, the fundamental starting point is that we believe that that all of us really have within us the resources to figure things out, even when we're really stuck. We have the capacity, we have the resourcefulness, we have the answers within us. We just haven't had the chance to sit down and really think about it, and think clearly and creatively and compassionately about what it is that we really want to do, what our options are. So when we think of the two people, when we think of the coach, and when we think of the client or the colleague that is on the other side of the coaching relationship, the person who should be doing the thinking is the client, is the other person, the person with the issue. So it isn't about the coach coming with all the answers. The coach shouldn't have the answers. The coach should be there to just simply ask great questions, to listen, to summarize, to push, to support. And the coach is there to bring that quality of attention, to bring that sort of safe place, provide a safe space and a safe route through that conversation. And what most people tell me, certainly when we're training other people to coach, the biggest challenge for new coaches is to step back from advising, step back from saying, if I were you, or why don't you? And this is the common trap. If you ever feel like that, I think it's fine to say, I've got this thing in my head, I'm thinking that maybe you should do this. But certainly I would never advise that you sit there and you ask somebody a set of questions hoping that they will eventually come up with the answer that you came up with 10 minutes ago, because that's manipulation. That's not coaching. So never coach someone, never pretend to coach, never tell yourself you're coaching if really you just want them to do things a certain way. If you want them to do certain things a certain way and you have the power to do that, i.e. you're a manager, go ahead and tell them what to do. Do I recommend that as a way of being as a manager? No. I think the best thing that you can do for the people that work for you is to take on the coaching skills and to take on that belief that the people who work for you can find the answers. Of course, this coaching is not applicable for all situations. Coaching is not applicable if that person could never know the answers in a million years, no matter how long they sat quietly in a room contemplating it. So learning new things is not coaching. But once the person's done the job and now they're looking at how they're doing the job, then coaching is a great way to make that person feel empowered, to give them the accountability that they need, and to encourage that kind of learning mindset, which is so key to getting things done. So if you want to know more, do click into the sections on the website. On the blog site here, I've got a whole ton of details about what coaches can and can't do, should and shouldn't do. But for now, I hope that that's given you a clearer understanding of the power of coaching.